Okay, so welcome to the final video in my final project for OS platforms. In this video, we're going to be designing GPOs, which stands for Group Policies. And basically, what this does is create this help. This is basically creating a policy for a user or group of users to person to kind of edit the experience of a user. So you could either restrict features, enable features, etc. So without further ado, let's begin. So you're gonna come onto your server machine, and you're gonna click on well, once the server manager is open, you're gonna click on tools, and there's supposed to be this option here, group policy management. We're gonna click on that, and we're just gonna give it a second for it to load. And now that it's open, we're gonna drop down this menu here. We're gonna see domains, sites. We're gonna drop down domain again, and now we have our server. So we're gonna right click here, and we're gonna I believe is here is create a GPO in this domain. So the name of this we're gonna name it user policy. We don't have any source starter, so we're gonna skip that for now. And now we have the user policy. So this is just a policy created. If you click on this, we're supposed to get a little something here. Let's give it a second. Right. So now we can do some like adding users and linking it to the domain. But before we do any of that, let's actually configure it or make some changes. So we're gonna right click on it and click edit. And now we have this down here. So you can make configurations for computers, configuration for users, and now right. So we drop down preference. We could drop down to Windows settings. Okay, run folder, policies. There we go. Drop down administrative templates. Right, so now we have this down here. Yeah, different sections like control panel, desktop, network, etc. So and for this policy, and for me to demonstrate it later on in a client machine, I am going to make 3 different changes. I am firstly going to restrict users from entering the control panel. I'm also going to restrict any changes to the wallpaper, and I'm also going to lock the taskbar. So let's start with the control panel. If we click down here, if you click on control panel, we're supposed to get a list of things here. And the first one, as I said before, we're going to prohibit access to the control panel. So we're going to edit this, and we're going to change from, right now it's disabled, and we're going to enable it. right? So now the Windows popped up. We're gonna, right now it's not configured, we're gonna change enable, and we're gonna type in comment admin restriction. You can type whatever comment you want. In this case, I'm gonna just basically tell them this is only restricted to administrators. So after that's done, I'm just gonna click apply. Okay. Okay, now that that's done, we could click on our desktop, because I'm going to make ensure that nobody can make changes to the taskbar. It's not here, so maybe it'll be on the start menu taskbar. Yes, it is. Okay, so we're gonna lock the taskbar. So double click on this. We're gonna change to enable. Same comment as before. I'm gonna put admin restriction, apply, okay, and see for the desktop wallpaper. Okay, so because I couldn't find the policy to prevent users from changing the wallpaper, I just picked another random one that I found was best, and while scrolling through, I found to add log off to the start menu. I find that was a pretty good feature to add it, so I'm just gonna click on this and enable it. And now that that's done, we can close all this. And now we're gonna add this for users, right? So we're gonna go back to our group policy management, and we're gonna choose on the security filter. We're gonna click on add. So here you could do two things. You can specifically add a user, like my profile, Jason Andretta, and check names. Boom, you have that. Or you could just change it for domain users. So you could change it, you could target all the users of the domain. So or you could target a group alone. In my case, I think I'm just gonna target my domain users, so it applies to everybody. But for your network, you will configure it the way it's supposed to be according to the policy of the business. So, but for demonstration purposes, I'm leaving domain users. So I just press OK, and now it's applied. So, time to test this policy. We're just gonna go on our client machine, unpause it, and put Control Delete, and log back into this profile. And I'll skip it ahead until when it's finished boot. Okay, so now that it's finished boots up, we can check the three different policies being enabled. First one, we restricted users to enter the control panel, and usually this option here to open the control panel, as you can see, that's finally disappeared. Now let's check on can we search it? Control panel. Oh, there it is. Let's just click on it. Oops. Now we can enter it because of the policy. So that's in effect now. And the second one was the taskbar. You see that we can take it off from the lock in the taskbar. That's the second policy. And to log off, it's already in the start menu. So those are the three policies enabled. So that will conclude the end of this video, proving to you that how to create a group policy and how to enable the profiles that it is. Right, so that concludes the end of this video, showing you how to create group policies and all the profiles that obey this policy. And that'll be the end of this video.